autumn wind is a Danette, stumbling in from sea. With a rollicking song, he sweeps all wrong, staggering boisterously. His face is constantly beaten. He wears a broken mask, with a helmet wedged upon his head.
My ears are stuck.
And a 70s cop drama mustache. He meows as he pounces across the room, a hoopster, big and bold. And the people did say, let the booker eat cake, and then frolic in the cold. The autumn wind is a Danette, whimsical in the sun, but don't dare flinch and mutter ow. And yes, the box score starts right now.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple: C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Howard Coward for box score.
Hello and welcome to the Box Score. I'm Brock in Los Angeles. They are the Danettes in Milford, Connecticut. We are down one Danette. Is Paulie's off buying probably 32 pounds of bacon for his wife for Valentine's Day, but he will return later to make a special appearance. You guys look great there. It looks sort of like an Oreo cookie, maybe a double stuff, but let's get back to the show. A special appearance was made in the Man Cave today, actually by Dan's mother. Seton, why did no one dress up today?
Well, first of all, I don't appreciate you saying that we're not dressed up. Even though I have actually worn this exact same hoodie, like pants, everything for about 3 weeks straight now. That being said, I feel like it looks really nice. So, I mean, Todd, that's a 5-year-old free shirt.
Sure is. I'm wearing my
Andrew obviously has contraband on.
By the way, little side story. The other day, we were going out to a nice restaurant, a business meal, and you came into the show wearing a black hoodie and a t-shirt underneath, and I was worried that that was the only clothes you had. Yeah. And you texted me about the clothes.
Right.
Luckily, you pulled a collared shirt on. So
yeah, and that was just dumb luck. We ended up going out to like a much fancier place for dinner in New York City than we had originally anticipated. We were going to keep it sort of low-key. And then, yeah, it ended up that you needed to actually dress kind of nice and have a collared shirt. And I just, by dumb luck, staggering out of the house that morning, I just grabbed a collared shirt and put it in there.
So wait, but that was a different black shirt, not this one with the devil worshipping sign on the breast.
Devil worshipping sign.
Well, no, the black hoodie. Okay, that was a different black hoodie. I've got about 4 black hoodies in the rotation right now.
That's not some satanic ritual logo. What is that?
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, try not to wear pentagrams when the lovely and youthful Patty Patrick comes in the studio. McLovin knows this, and he laid it on extra thick today.
So McLovin just brought in a dozen roses.
Wow.
No,
Thank you.
Yeah, just a little Valentine's Day.
Did you pay for those flowers? Are those pro flowers?
Those are pro flowers.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, okay, but still, you got the flowers for my mom. That's very nice of you, McLovin. What did he write on the note there? Why don't you step up here? Come up to the microphone.
Oh, I keep moving back.
Yeah.
Dear Patty, happy Valentine's. You are a ray of sunshine on this dark winter day. Is that nice?
Yeah, very nice.
Your favorite, Danette.
Yeah. Well, you do like
McLovin.
him. Yeah, you do like him.
Yes, I do.
I just thought it'd be nice.
It was very thoughtful of you. Made us all look really bad, but
whatever.
Yeah, I just thought it'd be a nice gesture, taking care of, without Dan's mom, we'd have no Dan.
You could have put us all on the card or worked this in. But
I really could have.
I thought, you'd do something like that. You could have still said your favorite Danette, McLovin, and the other guy.
I was actually a little bit worried that I might have, not that I upset Dan, but I was doing pretty good with Dan today. Yeah. And I feel like at the end of the show Friday, he gave me a look like, you son of a gun.
Well, you know what? Oh, man, the one time that Dan's mom was in just before Christmas, it was our last day, and they were announcing MVD. And I made my last big final push for MVD by saying, I got to make you Cougar of the Week. And Dan shot me this look, and fire was behind his eyes that I would mention that, and I was like,
yeah.
Pulling out all the stops at the last minute.
Sorry. Anyway,
you don't know
it still bothers me to this day.
Yeah, there might be a line there. He doesn't like.
And you notice this time no headphones. He's like minimizing the interaction of us. And
he cut the Dan off. So,
yeah, he's cutting us out of there.
Yeah, and he wouldn't we didn't even get a chance to read the questions ourselves. We all put in questions that we wanted him to ask his mom, and then he read them. In the past, we all had a chance to individually talk to his mom. He was totally blocking us like that.
Well, probably should have, because he remembered the day when Seton went ahead and objectified his precious mother. Let's take a look back at that.
Cougar time! Cougar time! Very special. Our cougar this week. She's an Ohio native. She's a huge star in the 80s. Big sports fan. She's a homemaker, movie star, good looks. She's a regular DP show viewer, despite the fact that she refers to me as Seaman. I gotta give her credit. We pretty much owe everything to this woman, and this week's Cougar of the Week is Dan's mother, Patty, a Fritzy. Gah, bang, biscuit, that's gotta hurt, dude. Went Dan's mom on you. Patty, we love you, Fritzy. Kinda sorry, but not really. Cougar of the Week. Yeah.
Cougar of the Week!
Yeah.
That's it, buddy. Sorry, man.
Nice job, man.
I feel like you had your chance on that one. And I saw the opening. I had to take it.
Yeah, I was initially angry and perturbed and upset and all the adjectives you can use. I'm very sensitive in particular about my Cougar of the Week. I don't like anybody doing it. But, looking back on it and as time has passed and wounds have healed, I've taken it as a compliment that these guys, want to have an opportunity, even if it's once in a while, to do the Cougar of the Week. So initially very upset at Seton, let it simmer a little bit, let it go. But you know what? There's plenty of room for everyone to get a shot at Cougar of the Week. And if he's going to pick somebody, Dan's mom, that was a fine choice. It made me look bad that I hadn't picked her before, but Seton got his point across and he got his jab in.
Seton, was that your plan from Jump Street to make Dan's mom the Cougar of the Week?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I knew eventually someday I would get to do Cougar of the Week, and I was just hoping there were a handful of people who were still on the table. Some women have begged to be Cougar of the Week, and other have gone the exact opposite direction and were like, please don't ever do that to me. And I'm like, oh, there's no doubt that if I get the chance, I'm doing that. So, I don't know, maybe it's a little mean-spirited of me, but that's pretty much how I keep my Cougar of the Week list.
With your box appearance, with the semen, the bang biscuit, Dan's mom, it was highly sexualized. Thank you, gentlemen. Stick around. That pesky DNA next. You got your
buddy, if you don't know.
Hurting.
So would you, ain't you gonna, if I ask you, would you wanna be my baby tonight? Take a chance, slow dance, make a little romance. Honey, it'll be alright. Don't you think we should be hugging and a kissing and a holding each other tight? So would you, ain't you gonna, if I ask you, would you wanna be my baby tonight?
And now, Weekend Update City correspondent Stephan.
Milford's hottest new nightclub is called Mancave. Located 13 miles south of the cat resort to the rich and famous called Meow What. Club owner and PF Chang's entree, Dan Noodles Patrick, says this club has everything. From human home improvement demonstrations, a telenovela extra who gets injured every time he goes into the photo booth, a transient from Omaha who spends way too much time in the hookah lounge and then comes and tells everyone he's raised by felines, and a disgraced school crossing guard who thinks he's a giant dill pickle. Oh, and the password is, the box code starts now.
Welcome back to the Box Score, guys. Stephan was on today. Actually, it was the great and very funny Bill Hader. See, be honest, how would Dan do on Saturday Night Live if he were to host?
Man, if he can get, I'll say it this way, if he can get over his nerves, he'll be awesome.
Oh, he'll get over it.
Because he gets like real, worked up about these kinds of things where he's like, oh, I don't know, and he gets
overthinking it.
Yeah, he overthinks things. But he's a good actor, and he's got a great sense of humor, good sense of timing and stuff like that. So I think, would he be able to pull it off? Yeah, as long as he gets over his nerves.
Dude, I have no doubt he would kill it. He'd be perfect. He'd be like, because Dan's got a really dry sense of humor, so he could play like you know, he could play a newscaster really well, like a really perverted, weird newscaster. Kind of like I guess he is on the show.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters.
Yeah, he'd be.
You know how when we're like shooting promos and he's like critiques the scripts down to like I don't know, like every single letter on it. Could you imagine him sitting around the meeting at SNL being like, you know, it's just not as sharp as I want it to be. I just, you know, I think there's something there, but we could look into that. But you know, it's not really fleshed out, and you know, I think it just needs to be a little bit more crisp.
Well, DP had Hader on there and, of course, asked him what was that one SNL moment when he knew his life has changed, and Bill got real.
My very first show. I did Al Pacino in a Hurricane Katrina sketch, and I said my line, and I got a big applause break, but I was so nervous that I didn't register what had happened. And everyone was going, you just got to go to applause break. And I was like, huh? And then I went home and watched it the next morning with my wife. And I just, I started crying. I just couldn't believe it.
I love that honest moment, and Dan's able to obviously very often bring that out in our guests. But listening to Bill Hader, you know, just made him more real. You know, we look up to some of these guys and admire them and their accomplishments. And you know, I love making these guys laugh. And you know, just the thought that I would ever have an opportunity to be on something even remotely like an SNL. But for him to share that story, hearing Don Pardo say his name and not appreciating his success and what he's accomplished, making SNL and being a cast member at that moment until the next day, and he's watching it with his wife and he's crying, and it's really hitting him that, wow, I just did an episode of SNL and I'm part of the cast, and there's Don Pardo introducing me with everybody in the open of this big time show. It was great hearing that emotion from Hader. I loved it.
Seton, was there a similar moment during the DP show where you just sat back and said, whoa?
Man, I would say the first time I was really like, whoa, this is crazy, was the meet and greet in LA. I don't know that anybody really, I certainly didn't understand. Like, to me, I'm just trying to make the guys in here laugh, and you don't really think about people watching the show or listening to the show and like consuming it like that. And then we got there, and there were like just thousands of people there, and that was like, whoa, this is nuts. Like, I had no idea that it was actually like that in some places.
Well, so someone would send us a note that was there ahead of time saying like several hours in advance. Yeah. People were lined up just to get a chance to meet us or sign something or take a picture or say, you know, how much they enjoy the show and it's a part of their mornings. It's pretty special. You're right. It doesn't hit you. We're in our own little man cave here. When you get out there and we do one of these meet and greets, it's like, wow, look at you hear all these stories of how important what we do is to them. It's pretty powerful.
For me, it was one time I was at an event for Sports Illustrated, and Mark McGrath was hosting. It was a swimsuit event. It was like 2008. We just went on air, and there's all these supermodels in the crowd. He goes, "Hey, it's McLovin from the Dan Patrick Show. What's up, McLovin?" Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray.
That's so awesome.
And I was like, "What? You're a fan? What's up, Sugar Ray?"
Dude, that's hysterical.
That is great.
That's because you guys are beloved, as are many of Bill Hader's characters, and he talked about the creation of one of them in particular.
With Stephan, you know, it's like anything. You know, we tried it as a sketch and it didn't work, and then we tried it on Update and it worked, you know. And if you ask us, we loved writing Herb Welch, the old reporter character. We would laugh harder writing that or writing Keith Morrison when I would do Keith Morrison, the Dateline guy. You know, those would make us laugh. The one that we heard the other day that Mulaney, because we'll text each other like, Morrison's on right now, and I'll rush over and turn on it. And, you know, it's like we're obsessed with Keith Morrison. And one was, he goes, but then there was that DNA. Oh, that pesky DNA.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, dude, that's so great. You know, the Keith Morrison thing is something that we do here a lot.
We love Keith
Fritzy's
Morrison.
So good at it. And to just hear him, you know, get that same exact bit and do it so well was really, really funny.
I'm so glad that came up. I had no idea. You know, I know he had done. You know, it's listed among his impersonations, but when that came up, that's totally in our wheelhouse. Yeah. And I got a kick out of Keith Morrison's name coming up during the Hader interview.
Let's see. Hader talked about filming Amy Schumer's new movie, Trainwreck, and he's going to be besties with LeBron James. How about you, McLovin? And I'll go around the room on this one. If you could have one athlete to be your best friend, who would it be?
Oh, LeBron's not a bad start. I assume we're going to take him out of the mix. I'll probably go quarterback. Johnny Football jumps to mind. I'm gonna go Aaron Rodgers, because that is
that's a solid.
That's a badass best friend.
That is a solid pick.
Yeah, I would initially think Michael Jordan, but I have my allegiance obviously is to Elway. So if I was to be on some TV show and I was playing best buddies with any sports figure, I would have to be hanging out with John Elway on camera for sure.
Boy, this is a tough one. Maybe Tommy. Tom Brady would be pretty great, or even Julian Edelman for some reason. I think he gets a little loose.
Man, just to be in a movie scene with Tom Brady, even acting near Tom Brady would be cool.
Yeah, Tom Brady is tough to say no to as your best friend, even
but like,
fictionalized.
could you even like speak to him? Would you just be lost in his eyes?
Well, you know what though? Like, see, that's my fear is that we probably don't have much in common. He's pretty like straight-laced dude.
No, he's stick to the script and just have fun with it.
Yeah, I don't know that. Like, in between takes, you'd be like, "Hey, so like, what are you listening to these days?" or something. I don't know. I'm not sure.
This is all feeling very romantic. We will keep the romance going after the break. It is a very special Know Your Row Valentine's edition with a twist next.
I texted with you all the time. It seems like everything was fine. And then you slammed your tray. You left for California. You wouldn't text me back. I just want to hold you, oh Martin. Well, I'd text you and you'd flake without reason. And I'd berate you anyway, oh Martin. Well, please text me and stop me from shaking. I was half kidding about your sister, oh Martin. When you text me, my soul will start shining. Though I called you a oh Martin, my life isn't the same without you, babe. And I need you. I need you.
Welcome back to the Box Score. I really hope those guys work it out. They are such a lovely couple. Valentine's Day is less than 12 hours away from today. And speaking of romance, I'll probably be spending the entire day watching sappy romantic movies with the cats all over the place and weeping over a glass of wine and maybe going on Facebook trying to figure out what my girlfriends are watching, my ex-girlfriends, and why they aren't calling them. All right, well, let's get in the present. Let's do this. How about we figure out what sappy movies the guys like? Let's settle it with this.
Know Your Row!
That's right, it's Know Your Row Live, a very special edition of Know Your Row. You will be writing down your guesses of your row partner's favorite romantic movies, and they will be revealing these. We have Pauly live a video. I have a special note here for Fritzy. It says here, if the opening slide of the movie displays legal proof of the actor's age, it doesn't count as romantic. So please keep that in mind. Front row is first. We have Pauly live with us via video phone. Seaton is guessing first. Seaton, what is Pauly's favorite romantic movie?
Boy, I'm positive it's one of these two, and I can't really pick. It's either Red Dawn or Rambo. I'm gonna go with Red Dawn because Pauly's a good American. That's probably his favorite romantic movie.
Let's go to Pauly live.
I don't like romantic movies. This is McLovin's category, rom-coms and stuff like that. I think I'm gonna shoehorn this one in. Honeymoon in Vegas with Nick Cage and Sarah Jessica Parker and James Caan.
We talked about that movie.
So close. So close.
Well, I was kind of right in knowing that he doesn't like rom-coms, and that's why I went with two like shoot everybody in sight kind of movies.
He dropped The Honeymoon in Vegas when we were talking about Jerry Tarkanian passing the other day. He really likes that movie.
He must have just watched it.
Yeah, or that.
You know, it's like
I get that.
Movies, yeah.
Could be. We'll go right back to Pauly on this one. Pauly, what is Seaton's favorite romantic movie? Seaton, please write your response.
I think Seaton's like me. He doesn't really like those kind of movies. I think he's also going to shoehorn in a movie, and he's going to go DWP, Devil Wears Prada.
All right. What is your answer, Seaton?
Is that a romantic?
You know what? I don't really think of that as a romantic movie. This is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Ah, that's right. You said you've seen that a number of times.
It is. It's one of my favorite
You watch it
movies
on the
of all time.
airplane, at home?
Yeah, and I'm definitely into
Should you
rom-coms.
Should you do a little Heisman here since you're being a poser with Breakfast at Tiffany's? Breakfast at Tiffany's is the ultimate poser's romantic movie.
Wow.
Wow, things are getting heated up and no, you're
I can't
wrong.
wait to see you keep it real then with yours, all right?
Yeah,
Casablanca?
I will.
All right, back
let's see
row,
what
you're
kind of
up.
crap you've got.
Such a
Fritzy's
hipster answer
guessing
right
here.
there.
Fritzy, like Paulie said, so many to choose from, but what is McLovin's favorite romantic movie?
I'm going to say, I was going to say Dirty Dancing, but I'm going to say Ghost. With Demi
Let's see
Moore and
what
Patrick Swayze.
McLovin said. Is it Ghost?
See, I don't think of Ghost as a romantic movie either. I think of Ghost as a crime thriller.
Interesting.
I'm gonna go same era.
Oh, good one.
When Harry Met Sally.
Very respectable choice.
Very nice.
Love Meg Ryan in that. Until she got the big duck lips after.
Yeah, that was horrible.
She was cute in that movie.
Switching roles, McLovin, what is Fritzy's favorite romantic movie?
Staring at me.
Whoa.
It involves a woman named Debbie in the city of Dallas.
And it's not Busted Cops 4 or Co-Ed Confidential. It's neither one of those.
The movies I know.
Here's the pepperoni.
Sylvia.
Yeah, I was about to say
Sylvia.
Favorite romantic. See, the two movies you just made is Dirty Dancing and Ghost. You wouldn't say those if those were yours, would you? Maybe he would.
Private Lessons. I saw that in camp. I wasn't supposed to see that.
I am going to go. It's going to be totally random. It's going to be the most random 80s movie of all time. It's going to be that one about where does anyone remember the name where the two robots fell in love?
Short Circuit?
Short Circuit.
Oh, no.
Johnny Five?
What?
Short Circuit.
That's
his favorite romantic movie.
Short Circuit 2. Fritzy, what was your favorite romantic movie?
Love lift us up where we belong. Officer and a gentleman.
Deborah Winger
Love
action.
Deborah Winger. Such a cutie.
Sweet.
And Urban Cowboy, if you haven't seen Deborah Winger and Urban Cowboy.
Oh,
please
yeah.
see that.
That was
special
great.
there.
She's cute.
Pack your bags. We're going to Mexico.
Should I have gotten that one? That's
Officer and Gentleman. I think that's
not a
pretty
good
strong.
choice,
No
but
chance.
Well,
I never
all of you,
would have
you guys are
imagined you saw
DOR. No one wins this Valentine's Day spectacular as I thought it would have been. Stay with us. Coming up, it is hashtag Sweatshirtgate 2015. Guys, we were closing up shop here on the box score. McLovin, you showed up today with an NBA All-Star sweatshirt, which you denied getting from the NBA gifting suite. But then DP, from an undisclosed source, showed you some photos, and then you were busted all of a sudden. Fritzy, tell your row partner how you feel. Is it sad? Do you feel deceived? What is it?
I'm disappointed because he's a relatively honest guy, and when it comes to things like swag and stuff, it's okay. It's acceptable when Paulie hides things or Dan goes through all our mail and decides to keep what he wants and leave the rest of it. But when speaking out of school, I don't know if I share it too much. But I expected a little more from McLovin to be a little more upfront about things.
That's a good point.
And if you have an opportunity to share stuff with all of us, you seem like the person that would make sure you brought stuff for everybody.
That's a good point. I didn't realize, everybody in this place steals swag. I didn't even think about that. I should have stolen it, you know?
Everybody.
Seton, what is the future of
doesn't
McLovin's
really have that
sweatshirt?
reputation for that.
Well, I don't know. I kind of feel like we should frame it or something, actually, as like a warning, like remember about stealing the swag. But that being said, since McLovin has unveiled that sweatshirt, I'm sure like 30 other things have already been stolen from the show, or somebody's lied about something that they're not supposed to be, whatever it is.
Wait,
so by now it's already old news.
And you seem pretty relieved that
there's
didn't
already
cut
like
your sleeves
15
off.
other new, swag gates already happening.
Polly opened his mic 6 or 7 times in hour 3, so we know there were 6 lies that were out of that.
Oh, wow.
Wow, not even here to defend himself. Tee him up for that. Got tee.
Yeah, Paulie filling the room up with lies. What were those bags filled up with, McLovin?
I don't seem to remember. What was there originally in there, or what did I deliver? What am I going to deliver to the man cave?
I like what Seton said, that like you would leave us with like a little cooler or wristband.
Here's the Adidas pencil that you got.
Don't say I didn't share the stuff with you guys.
Thanks.
You got this sweatshirt, a pair of brand new Adidas high tops, and a pair of Adidas shorts and a tank top.
Beautiful.
Kind of basketball yo-yo.
Well, a man who likes to wear.
Until today, I had Hanukkah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I had Hanukkah presents set for the next 2 years. until I was busted by Twitter. Now,
damn social media.
Now Uncle Saul isn't going to get the Adidas tank top he thought he was going to get for day 6.
Apologies to Uncle Saul. All right, Fritzy, a quick look to this weekend. What's on tap for Valentine's Day for you?
Valentine's Day, we're going to try to go out to dinner, even though I'm currently dieting and starving myself. I'm hoping to take my lovely bride out for a nice meal, pick up some chocolate, flowers, and maybe a little something exciting. You know, I may slip into something, she may slip into something. There may be some role playing involved. Hoping for some intimacy. And some trying to get.
I'm tuned out. I don't hear anything.
They don't like when I start getting into that. But yeah, hopefully it'll be a very romantic weekend, and I'll have a big smile on my face at some point.
Very good. All right, Mr. Romance, who's on next week?
Denny Hamlin, NASCAR driver, will join us in studio, and we still have his little video game that he sent us, the simulator, so that's cool. He'll be in studio leading up to the Daytona 500. Jim Miller, who wrote the Saturday Night Live book, he's going to join us in studio as well to recap the Sunday night 40th anniversary special festivities. Reggie Miller Tuesday, Rich Eisen Wednesday. Will Smith may join us middle of next week. A lot of stuff going on.
Maybe Willow Smith, who knows? All right, thank you, gentlemen, and thanks for watching The Box Score. We will be back on Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern right here on Audience Channel 239. The podcast is available on iTunes or at podcast1.com. Happy Valentine's Day. Early.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Hey, thanks for watching The Box Score. Holy cow!